welcome to another Stash Busting Saturday. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and today I'm going to be using up some more of these cut-off strips. Oh, they're nice, so I'm just going to pull those out while I see them. They're lovely. Okay, and what I thought I would do, I've got these cut-offs here in these, I'm not even sure I'd call these neutral colours actually, and I honestly can't remember what I used these for originally, but there I've got some really dark brown strips here, and I've got some, what colour would you call that, coffee, dark coffee maybe, I don't know, strips here. And what I thought I would do with them is make some snippet strips for things like belly bands and the sides of journal pages, and potentially even a little tuck spot, I suppose, with these being the width they are. I could cut these down into two actually and make two strips out of it. So yeah, I'm going to crack on and just make a start on that. So I'm going to move these ones out of the way. I'm going to do one at a time because I don't want to be where, oh no, I don't know, I might, let me get a couple of, or even a few, and then that way I can see where I want things, I guess. And what I thought I would use is, like I say, these other cut-offs that I've got that, you know, are relatively difficult to use sometimes when you don't really know what to do with. And I just thought doing some little snippets might be the answer to the day. The difference with this is I'm not just going to be tearing bits off and sticking bits down. What I thought I would do, just something a little bit different, is use kind of triangular pieces. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but I just thought rather than using the normal teared or torn pieces that we would usually use to use up any old scrap, I thought I would just cut some of these down and just use triangular pieces and see how that looks. It might be a complete failure, it might be a success, but I'm just literally cutting these down to do some little triangular pieces. I'm not cutting them in any size or anything else, I'm literally just randomly cutting so that I've got some little triangular bits to use. And we'll see. Oh, I misshaped that one. I'm just going to cut that. Let me just cut that off so that makes a bit of a nicer triangle. There we go. And then I thought I'd find some other little bits that might go with those. So that's quite yellowy. That's quite a nice piece, isn't it? I'm going to try that piece. Maybe, I don't know if I want some contrast with it, or even, oh, sorry if I blinded you, I'm good at doing that at the moment. That's quite a nice bit for yellows, isn't it? I'm not sure if I want to keep it all same. I'm just going to pull that out because that's another piece of that. I might try that as well. So let's just randomly cut these bits up and just see where we go from there. That's what I'm going to do. Just cutting away. So, hope you're all okay. I haven't really got a lot that's been going on. I had the Wednesday stash bust. No, it wasn't a stash buster, I'm telling fibs. It was a no waste Wednesday that I did, and I made a birthday card for somebody that I know very well, and that I think went okay. I'm pleased with the card itself after I'd finished it. I'm not really a card maker, I'm not gonna lie. I've made very few cards in my time. I must admit when I forgot my son's anniversary and had to come up with something PDQ, I kind of got bitten a little bit by the bug to do it, and I can understand why people do it. They're quite enjoyable to do, although as with everything I tend to overthink things, and yeah, it just does tend to take over a little bit, doesn't it? But I hope you liked it. If you did see it, if you didn't see it, pop along and have a look at it and tell me what you think. I think it was called No Waste Wednesday Birthday Surprise, something like that anyway. So yeah, let me know what you think of it, because like I say, cards aren't my forte. I do love junk journaling. I love journaling, and ironically I don't actually write in journals. I've tried many times to write journals and keep diaries and that type of thing, and I fail miserably at it. I really do. Right, I wonder if I've got enough bits and pieces there and enough variation to make a start. So let's have a look see. I'm going to pop those bits over there out of my way for now, and I'm going to bring in, let me just get my other bits out of the way. I'm going to bring in my glue box. I was going to say glue box. Oh dear. I'm going to bring in my glue box. No, not my glue box. It's my glue pages. Gosh. And where's my glue stick gone? There. And we're just going to see how we get on. There's just another little way of finishing off your little bits and pieces. Like I say, these are going to be relatively random. Or oh, I've just glued that on the wrong side. That's a good start, isn't it? Let me pop that there. Do Nutus Caplodicus. There we go. And I'm really just wanting to, yeah, just plop these down any old how. No thought. I wanted to do this, to be honest with you, because I've been really struggling with ideas lately. I don't know why. Normally my ideas flow very easily, and I have no issues at all with trying to think about what I want to do, what my next project is, how I want it to look. I've usually got it in my mind's eye how I want things to look, but for some reason lately, gosh, it's really been hard work for me, and nothing really has come very easily. So I decided to do this little project today, purely because I don't really have to think about it. It's just a nice little, oh, let's do a little bit of crafting that we don't have to think about, and we're going to see how it goes. So yeah, hopefully it'll all come out in the wash, and suddenly my inspiration will come back and we'll be good to go again. So that'll be nice. I'm sure we all have mental blocks at times. Oh, sticky, get off. Where do I want this? You see, I've already started thinking about it. Don't think about it, just do it. Let's use a little, what do we want to use? That piece there will do nicely. There we go. I just want to cover up that little bit of brown there. That's it. Okay, I think we're looking all right just for the moment, which is nice. Why do I keep doing that? I'm such an idiot today, honestly. Glued on the wrong side. Let's glue the pink side, because the yellow side's on the other side. Do-de-do. There we go. Dee-dee. I'm actually filming this on Sunday. This isn't going to air now until the Saturday, so I've got absolutely no idea at the moment how my week is going, but I hope yours went well, whatever it was you were doing, whether you're working, whether you had the week off, whether you don't work and enjoy your time, whether you're retired, whatever. I am not going to lie, I am ready. I don't really want that there. I am absolutely ready for my retirement. I am so done with the day-to-day slog of having to get up and face the office. It's almost becoming purgatory, I'm not going to lie. I think I'd like a bit of contrast in here actually. I'm going to finish this one off and then I'm going to do a bit of contrast on the next one. Oops-a-daisy. Yeah, that sort of day-to-day slog of, I suppose, the social aspect as well as anything else, you know, that having to be nice to people, and you know, when you really don't feel like it, not that I'm saying you'd be horrible to people, but you know, that where you just want to just be quiet and you don't want to talk and you just want to get on with your day, but you can't because there's protocol, there's office protocol involved. Just not to have to do that anymore would be marvellous. But the other thing as well is when I'm at work, I just think about being at home here crafting, and you know what I want to do at home. And there's so much I don't get done during the week as well. So many jobs and things that that just don't get done in the week. And then weekends are really the only time I get to do my videos. So, you know, just having that extra bit of time on your hands just to be able to please yourself what you do without having to worry about any consequences behind it would just be lovely, wouldn't it? I'm very envious of people that either don't have to work or are retired. I do feel for people obviously that would like to work and can't for whatever reason, you know, whether there's illnesses or whether there's just the fact that the job market is just so bad at the moment that people just can't get jobs. Let me get a little bit of paper. You know, it is tough, and I do understand that. However, I'm at that time in my life, I'm at the other end of my life, where I would like to just spend a little bit more time for me with my other half, just doing the things that we like to do for a change, which would be lovely. So that's what I'm currently working towards, just a little bit of me time. Me. It's all about me. There we go. How are we doing on here? Not sure if I've cut these maybe a bit too small, to be honest with you, but I kind of like it. I do like it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about the idea of the triangles, or maybe they should have been bigger triangles, or do you think this works okay? What am I even looking for at the moment? Inspiration. I have no inspiration. Okay, here we go. That piece there will do nicely. And I quite like the fact that there's squiggledy bits off the edge of the snippet as well, so that, you know, it's all very random, which is lovely. We like randomness. And And I have to say, I do like these little sparkly bits. I think that was I think it was in a pack of scrapbooking papers that I got from the range many years ago, actually. And I don't, if I'm honest, I don't feel that the range do, if you're UK based this is, I don't feel that the range actually, oh, I've just done that again. What is the matter with me? I just don't feel that the range, actually, if I just move those, I'm going to pop them on the edge of my desk and then I can use them on another piece rather than waste them. There we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the range. I don't feel, nope. I don't feel that the range have the same variety of things that they used to have. I don't know if that's just me that feels that way, or you know, whether that's just standard across the board that everybody feels that way. They used to do a huge range of things. Where I live locally, the local one had a massive refurb, and they moved everything around, and all the craft stuff used to be downstairs. And they've now moved it all upstairs, and I just feel that since it was moved upstairs, they seem to have reduced the size of the actual craft. They do a lot of paints and bits and pieces for the children, but they seem to have reduced the level of arts and craft, particularly craft stuff. Yeah, for you to be able to find what you're looking for, and especially with the scrapbooking books. I mean, they are an absolute godsend sometimes when you're looking for ideas and inspiration. And I think it's a little bit sad that, you know, we have so little here in the UK. We've got Hobbycraft, which for the Americans, I suppose that would be similar to your Hobby Lobby, but even that is, I mean, our local one, I hate to say it, but it is really rubbish. I really don't like it at all. I rarely go in there, which in itself I think is a real shame. I want to pop that little bit under there first. Yeah, I think that's a real shame actually, because you've got a shop that's specifically designed for the craft person, and yet when you go in there, that you don't really see anything that really inspires you to buy it. I suppose it depends on what crafts you do at the end of the day. I suppose some people think it's absolutely brilliant because it caters to their niche, if you like, but yeah, I'm not that enamoured with it, to be fair. Can I fill that little gap up there? Come on, fill that little gap up. There we go. There you are. That's one done. I actually quite like that. What do you think? That's really nice. And that can be used, like I say, just to edge a page, or as a little side tuck, a belly band. That could be used for all sorts of little bits and pieces. I really like that. That's lovely. Okay, moving on. Do you know, I've got no idea what time we started. Was it 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago? Who knows? Never mind. We'll let's incorporate. I'm going to incorporate a little bit of a different colour. Do you know, I'm really into sparkle at the moment. Christmas is coming and all I can think about is sparkle. I'm gonna add that into those colours. Do we want green? Green grass. Oh, let's throw a bit in. What other bits do we want? That's quite a nice little greeny bit. I think green will work. What do you think? What else have we got? I think I'm doing that out of shop, which I'm really good at, aren't I? Might try that piece. And that piece. use those little bits up. Pity I haven't got any more red actually, although maybe that's a good thing. Maybe, what else have we got in here that I can use? Oh, shall we? Yeah, let's pay. Oh no, because we've got that other bit there, haven't we? I don't know. Let's do that. Gosh, decisions. We'll use that piece. I won't blind you with using the foil paper because that would be cruel. What else have we got in here? A little bit of lacy bit, and maybe that bit. Okay, let's cut these and let's see where we go with these. Do I want that? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to cut these a little bit chunkier, I think. And yeah, let's see how we do on these ones. And again, just random cutting. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Oops, that wasn't exactly a triangle, was it? Let's just trim that little piece off. And then I'm going to go down there with that one. And again, just trim that off for that one. These are going to be titchy ones. Titchy malitchy. There we go. And I think if I go across there, I'll get another couple out of that. You see, if you really wanted to, those pieces that you cut off of tags, which are about that size, oh, if we're really getting into the scrap busting stuff, you could even use those, couldn't you? That's really taking it to the 9th degree though, isn't it? But I guess there's people out there that do. And why not? You can achieve all sorts of effects with tiny, tiny little pieces. And that's quite nice. I'm just going to take that in there. Clip that piece. I'm going to do long snippets with this piece. Some obtuse angles. I remember that from my school days, and that was a long time ago. There we go. So the other thing as well is I hope all your little doggies, all your little fur babies have recovered from the fireworks last week. Oh, my poor little dog was so upset. He was shaking so bad. I thought he was going to have a coronary. He was absolutely beside himself, God love him. I'm not sure I want to use that size, to be honest with you. I'm going to cut this in half, this one, and just use half of it because it's a bit thick, really. There we go. I'm just going to use half of that, and I can use the other half for something else. Going to make some slightly bigger pieces. Helps to speed the process up a little bit. Not that I mind them being little, but you might get a little bit bored. Oh, I don't know. Let's use this. It is white on the back. I'm not going to get confused. Doesn't take a lot these days. There we go. Just going to cut up. I've not got many left to do. There we go. I'm not going to do that. I am going to do this. I've cut out some little Christmas trees from that. I think what I'll do with this is I'm going to go across there, and I'm going to go down there, and then on that one I'm going to go up there. I'm going to leave that one that size, and then I'll do the same with this bit, and then that will use that piece up. And then this one, if I go across there and go up there, that will use that piece. That bit can go across there, and I've got a nice long piece there to use. And if I do a similar thing with that one, if I go down there with that one, that gives me a weird triangle to use. And then I will allow myself to throw that away. I could have done that one a little bit better, to be fair. Let me just trim that there and cut that little piece off there, and we've got that there. So I think that's probably enough now to be working on. And actually I think I'm going to stick them on. Mind you, you won't see it, so it doesn't matter, so I won't waste that. I'm going to stick with my game plan and use the brown piece. And then we're going to make a start on this. I'm going to start off with a nice little green one. And then these could be used in Christmas journals, couldn't they? Let's take that there to start with. Now then, oops, the glue's just splattered. I was going to say, with that being glitter, I'm not quite sure how these pieces are going to stick to it. I have found that there are some glues that aren't overly keen on sticking to glitter. Is that double-sided? No, it's not. So I think we'll go with a yellow piece. Yellow or pink? No, we'll go with yellow. Oh, you donut. In case you missed that, I just glued the wrong flipping side again. God, what is the matter with me? Crazy bird. There we go. Crazy, crazy, crazy. No, that's that one. Get off. Pop that one there. Do love those. Actually, that's looking very lovely, even if I do say so myself. Dee, 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 dee. I could literally just do this all day long, but I won't bore you to death with doing it all day long. Just going to, I think I'll just do these two, just to give you the principle of the idea. It's lovely to have you along today. If it's your first time to my channel and you haven't subscribed previously, I'd love to have you on board. Comments are always very welcome as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your ideas as well. As I said at the beginning of the video, you know, I've really struggled with ideas recently, so it's lovely to hear what you've got to say too. Right, I'm going to pop a little piece in there. Fill that little hole in there. And what do we want now? I think I'd like some of this. There we go. Pop that there. Push it down hard. I think I need to fold up my paper, it's getting a bit icky. yellow as opposed to pink. Oh no, turn it over. Put that there, I think. And then we'll have this piece. My hands are getting very sticky now. Very sticky indeed. Oh, get off. Right, I'm just going to fold that up because that's also getting very sticky. There we go. Oh, just put my hands. Let's have another bit of red in there, I think, for the contrast. Quite liking the red in there, actually. Yeah, I think that can go across there like so. Oh, we haven't had any of this, have we? Let's pop some of this in as well. A little bit of that. Don't want it to be all uniform and nasty, do we? There we go. Okay, ooh, what have we got there? I don't know what we've got. Oh, that will do. My hands are so sticky, I pick one thing up and 10 pieces come along with it just for the ride. That's that piece. And I think we need another piece of green in there. Not that it matters, because you'd probably cut these up, to be fair. You wouldn't use the whole strip like this. I wouldn't have thought on any one page. That's that bit done. What else do we want to use? Oh, let's use this piece. Ow. Right then. Of course, that's the other thing with being an old girl, as my son referred to me the other day. The aches and pains you get as you get older. Flipping heck, who'd have thought? I mean, we used to kid along with our mum, something wicked. We used to tease her relentlessly, and she was such a good sport, bless her. She just used to take it, and yeah, whenever she went, oh, that hurts, we'd tell her just to suck it up. How mean were we? Honestly, bless her. I do miss her. We used to have such good fun together. Hey ho. Right, do the right side, Dawn. There we go. Oh, I've got two bits there, you see. Get offed. Just pop that bit on there. You'll have to let me know what you're doing this Saturday, guys. Oh, what should we finish it off with? Da 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 da. Let's go with, oh, I don't know. Let's go. Oh, we haven't had a piece of that, have we? We have not. Let's use that little bit there. Oh, come on, up we come. That's it. Right, then I'm going to pop that bit on there. And that is another piece done. Tra-la! Okay, let's just pop these bits out of the way. And I'll show you what we've achieved just in that little space of time. So let me put my glue top on. So literally just had a few little offcuts like this. If you've jumped ahead and you don't know what the heck I'm doing, just had a couple of little offcuts like that, which I decided to use as the background. So we've got some of those. I used other strips and cut them into just triangular pieces and stuck the triangular pieces onto the backing strip, and I'm going to leave it like that. I love the higgledy-piggledy of that, and that can now be used, like I say, as a belly band. I haven't got a journal page. Well, that's a bit remiss of me, isn't it? Oh, is that a journal page there I see before me? It is not. Never mind. Okay, just to give you an idea, let's pretend this is a journal page. Who knows, it could actually be. And then you could do it as a side along the edge of your journal page, like so. You could do it as a full belly band down the middle. You could use it as a cross belly band across the centre there. You could do it diagonally if you wanted to. I have seen belly bands done diagonally, which I think looks lovely. Or you can just cut it off and use it as part of a cluster decoration for a page. So there's lots of things you can do with it, and you can also embellish it as well, so you can add little bits to it. If any of you saw one of my last week's video where I did the clusters, you can add little embellishments onto here and cut that off and use them. I'll show you if I can find something very quickly what I mean. Let me have a quick rummage and see if I can find something that might... Okay, here we go. So this is just random out of my drawer. And if we take that, you could stick that onto there, cut it off any which way you wanted to, and use that in itself as a little embellishment cluster. So lots of versatility when you're doing these, and it really is a great way to use up all your little bits and pieces, and to get rid of some of that stash that you've got lying around. So that is today's video, guys. So I hope you like them. Leave a comment. If you haven't already subscribed, as I've already said, I would love to have you on board, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the week. Take care, everybody. Bye.